Welcome everybody to a look at another Warner Brothers Archive Collection release, and it is 1938's Angels with Dirty Faces. So this is directed by Michael Curtis, who I've seen eight other films from, in fact, from before. Favourites from him have been the likes of Casablanca and Mildred Pierce. So this is a crime drama with elements of gangster and film noir included. Clocks in at 97 minutes long. Stars the likes of James Cagney, who was in the likes of The Public Enemy and White Heat. Pat O'Brien, who was in Some Like It Hot, and Humphrey Bogart, who I've seen in 21 other films. Favourites from him also the likes of Casablanca, as well as The Maltese Falcon, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, To Have and To Have Not, The Big Sleep, Key Largo, and Dark Passage. And finally, it also stars the likes of Anne Sheridan, who was on in Woman on the Run and They Drive By Night, which also starred Bogart, and George Bancroft, who was in Stagecoach and Thunderbolt. So this chronicles the relationship of the notorious gangster William Rocky Sullivan with his childhood friend and now priest, Father Jerry Connolly. After spending 3 years in prison for armed robbery, Rocky intends to collect $100,000 from his co-conspirator Jim Fraser, who is a mob lawyer. All the while, Father Connolly tries to prevent a group of youths from falling under Rocky's influence. So those youths, by the way, are played by a group of child actors called the Dead End Kids, so named because they were in a play called Dead End that was then subsequently made into a feature-length film that also starred Bogart, by the way, and also starred them as well. They'd go under different names over the course of a nearly two-decade career, but that's what they were initially called as, so that's why you see their Dead End Kids there. And they were that popular, in fact, they trumped Humphrey Bogart in terms of the cast listing, but obviously in a few years' time, Bogart would become massively popular and therefore usurp their popularity. So, yeah, with a superb lead performance from Cagney, a highly engrossing plot, a riveting final act, and a great supporting cast, this is both an extremely well executed crime drama that is also a dismantling of the gangster genre that had become popular earlier in the decade, of which Cagney would also be a part of because he was in The Public Enemy, which was right at the start of the decade. And yeah, this is at near the end of the decade, and yeah, like I said, it's dismantling of that kind of genre. It is also well paced, has solid production value, the character interactions are well written, the score is decent, the cinematography is on point, and the action is effective, especially in that final act. So, yeah, superb film to be honest. Another classic from Michael Curtis, to be honest. Another 4.5 out of 5 from me for him, to be honest. With Casablanca having a 5-star rating and Mildred Pierce also having a 4.5-star rating. He really is excelling at being one of my favourite directors from the late 30s, early 40s, and whatnot. So, yeah, highly recommend this. So, but as per usual with these Warner Brothers Archive Collection releases, they aren't in depth in terms of physical aspects. You just have a plain old disc, no extras inside, no reversible artwork and whatnot. But it's a bit of a shame. But at the end of the day, it is about the films, and the films themselves that they are releasing are, for the main part, really rather quite great. We do also have a bunch of extras on the disc itself. We have Leonard Maitland hosts Warner Night at the Movies from 1938 with newsreel music. Then we have music short Out Where the Stars Begin, a cartoon Porky and Daffy, and theatrical trailers. We also have a featurette Angels with Dirty Faces. What do you hear? What do you say? Then we have commentary by film historian Dana Poland. Audio only bonuses include a radio production with the film's 2 stars. And then we have the original theatrical trailer as well. So, fair decent amount of extras on the disc itself, but no real physical extras at all, to be honest, which is a little bit of a shame. I imagine this is the kind of film that will get a proper full limited edition release at some point in the future. But that's all about whether or not Warner Brothers will license that kind of thing out, because they seem to be really rather closely guarded with their releases on the whole. Which isn't a bad thing, these aren't expensive, although they are a bit more expensive than you might expect for a single disc Blu-ray with no extras in terms of the physical parts, as they are £15. You're looking at a 4K for only £5 more than that, and yeah, some limited edition 4K, especially from our video, only about £6 more than that. So they are probably a little bit on the expensive side, but at the end of the day, it's about getting these films out there, released, and yeah, easily available to the public, and that is only a good thing, because something like this I can't find on streaming. I can't find any older Blu-ray releases of this. And if it's going to go for DVD, then yeah, it would look quite a bit worse. But yeah, the transfer on this looks pretty good. And yeah, on the whole, there's no real issues with sound or anything like that. So yeah, incredible film, to be honest. Far better than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be more along the lines of The Public Enemy, given, you know, it stars James Cagney, which I liked, but yeah, certainly preferred this. Nonetheless, so if you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.